Tihei mauri ora, Manawatīna, Manawatīna, Manawatoka, Manawatoka. Tēnei hoki tō manawa ka teina, tēnei hoki tō manawa ka toka, tēnei hoki tō manawa ka pautaia ki, teina noho tō manawa. He manawa ora, he ora, humi e hui e tae ke, ko tararua nā pai maunga, ko Manawatū te awa, ko kurahupo te waka, ko rangitāne te iwi, ko whātonga te tangata, te niwhetu ki te rangi, ko rangitāne ki te whenua. Nau mai hara mai wakatau mai ki te rohea Manawatū, ki te wakatai wakamutunga, mo te pūmanawa poi uka nei, ko te kemu e whai ake nei, kei wainganui te rākai pai whenua ki te poke kohe.
No mai haere mai, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Colquhoun Ballpark, where we've got the 2025 Heartland Championship. We're in the final day of competition, and that means it is grand final time. Grand final here on Diamond 1 at Colquhoun Ballpark. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. We're going to bring you this exciting grand final between North Harbour in their maroon stripe in the first base dugout, and they're taking on Franklin, who are in their grey and orange strip in the third base dugout. Joining me in commentary today will be Bevan Martini, whose voice you just heard in our te reo introduction. Welcome along, Bevan. It's great to see you.
Tēnā koe, Gary.
Also joining us very shortly after he's made the introductions downstairs will be Damien Collins, who will come up and join us as well in colour commentary. There we go. We'll just quickly run you through the lineups there on the screen. We've got the Franklin lineup, Ryan Early, followed by Rikaya Tefioro, Daly Ogden Kitty, Logan Newman, Kyle Roberts, and Richard Teruri, Tipani Kennedy, Campbell Puaha, Oakley Hewitt rounds out their batting order. Top of the order will, however, be North Harbour. And we'll quickly run you through their batting lineup as well. Bronson Pittman, followed by Jason Gerbes, Jordan Cotton, Jesse Fuller, Kobata Shoya, Jack Baker, Ryan Love, and Jacob Mihaidi Huri. Why? Round out their batting order. They'll be due very shortly to go out onto the diamond once introductions are made. Once that begins, we'll throw you over to that. And that has just started now, so we will get that underway for you.
Palmerston, North Manawatū for the grand final of the Heartland Championship Men's Grand Final. Please make some noise for our finalists today, Franklin and North Harbour. Now let's get to know our starting lineup for today's Men's Grand Final. Starting with Franklin. As second base, wearing 52, Ryan Early. The designated player wearing 62, Rakaya Tefioro. The left field wearing 25, Daly Ogden Kitty. The center field wearing 20, Logan Newman. The catcher wearing 39, Kyle Roberts. The shortstop wearing 12, Richard Teruri. The first baseman wearing 40, Tipani Kennedy. From the hot corner, third base wearing 22, Campbell Puaha. The right field wearing 16, Oakley Hewitt. On the hill wearing 55, Samuel Vilovavu. And the designated runner wearing 65, Jaden Hewitt. The impact player is 61, Katuni Hirawai. Number 10, Jamie Joseph. And number 63, Marius Walk. Put your hands together for Franklin. Now for North Harbour. From third base, 34, Bronson Pittman. The shortstop wearing 15, JP Gerbes. The catcher, number 36, Joseph Hall. The designated player wearing 29, Jordan Cotton. The left fielder wearing 33, Jesse Fuller. The center fielder wearing 37, Kobata Shoya. The second base, wearing 19, Jack Baker. The right fielder, wearing 13, Ryan Love. First base, wearing 30, Jacob Behara Hughes. The pitcher, wearing 20, Dylan Tonkin. The designated runner, number 9, Paula Cooper Nicola. And the impact, number 23, Morgan Natana Wihongi. Number 14, Harrison Baker. And number 24, Caleb Coco. Put your hands together for North Harbour. Now let's welcome to the Diamond officials for this one. At third base, Brody Donald. First base, Eric Horsham. And behind the dish, the home plate umpire, Darren Bull. And of course, the official scorer, Princess Margaret Marsh. Sorry, correction, behind the dish is Ben Dyson. Now everyone, please be upstanding, remove your hats for New Zealand National Anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now both teams will meet in the middle as a sign of sportsmanship to start off this grand final. Now it's time for the ceremonial first pitch. Please welcome to the diamond, Ray Dyson. Ray is a previous president of Huia Softball Club, a previous Manawatū chairman for the 1980, 1990 and 2000. Level 6 badge umpire, chief umpire of Manawatū softball. And also a life member of Manawatū softball and Huia softball. Which one of you is calling the balls and strikes? Wags, put your hands together for a familiar face, Ray Dyson.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we've got an exciting final in prospects here for you with Franklin taking on North Harbour. What an amazing concept this Heartland Championship is, Bevan, to see teams you don't often see around the diamonds in our main national tournaments.
Yeah, it's great to see. Obviously, you know, if we go back probably 20 odd years, you know, all these teams would have been at the NFC. So it's great to see. Great concept to come back, and obviously it's opportunity to grow, and it'll probably be one of the biggest tournaments for Softball New Zealand in the future.
Yeah, well, and I hope you're absolutely right about that. Hope they nail it and get all of these other associations and that on board. It can only be good for the growth of our sport. Anyway, we're about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. It's North Harbour who are going to come out and quickly, well, not quickly, who are going to come out and bat. Franklin have taken the diamond. We'll just quickly run you once again through their batting lineup, which we did just before the start of the broadcast. But they're going to be led off by Bronson Pittman. They'll be followed by Jason Gerbes, Joseph Hall, Jordan Cotton comes in the 4 spot, Jesse Fuller, Kabata Shoya, Jack Baker, and Ryan Love, and rounding out their order is Jacob Mahida Hughes. Defensively out there for Franklin, we'll start you out at right field. Oakley Hewitt at right, centre is Logan Newman, Daly Olgan-Kitty at left, Richard Terudi at shortstop, in the hot corner Campbell Puaha, Ryan Earlier at second base, Tiffany Kennedy at first base, Kyle Roberts doing the catching. Pitching out there is a visitor from Mexico, Samuel Villavazo. Welcome Damian Collins to the broadcast. You and I get to switch around. And,
I know.
And after the excitement of the women's grand final, and get to do it all over again with the men.
Couldn't think of anybody better to stand next to, my man.
Thanks for that. Well, we're about to get underway here, and it's all guns are blazing here in the grand final for these two teams. And North Harbour, I believe, have been setting the tone for the whole week, or the 3 days of the tournament. So up to Franklin to come up to that standard and see how they can go against what is a very powerful North Harbour lineup.
And you know, you're talking about stories in this Heartland competition. You got the lead off Bronson Pittman. Last play for North Harbour was at the under-19s.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, it's been quite a few drinks before him to put on the North Harbour uniform, and great to see him here, and he's enjoying it.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost makes you think we should bring back the 23s maybe.
Well, you know, like if the main associations use this properly, you know, for them to bring their 23 players, the ones that are aged out of 19s, and use this, take full advantage of it.
Well, you're absolutely right. Villavazo gets us underway. First time I've got to have a look at him.
He originates from Mexico. So great to have him here, and he's, I believe he was one of the ones that was in group qualifier for Mexico. So great to have the talent of him here.
Well, he's played 2 games, Damien. Faced 20 batters. His earned run average so far is 0.
So he's all right.
He's all right.
Goes all right, does he?
He goes all right, just quietly.
Pulled his hammy the other day, so sort of had a rest yesterday.
Yeah.
So looks like the hammy's all good with him stretching out there. So.
Oh, grand final. You're always good for a grand final.
The last 10, 15 years, it'll be fair to say that a lot of the innovation and impetus in the sport's come from South America, as they've risen to the top. In particular, Argentina, obviously, already having won a world championship.
Yeah, well, you know, South America is sort of leading the way, and if you look at the Men's World Cup that they're heading away, you know, South America, you got Dominican Republic, Venezuela, obviously America and Canada are there. So definitely they're the ones that are leading the way. They got pitching, and you know, when you got the likes of, he's one of many that are coming through.
Well, you look at what they get to play each other quite regularly. I mean, even our Worlds in Auckland, what was it, top 5 of the top 8 teams were from those ways?
Yeah, it's quite fantastic to see the development. You're also starting to see the rise of women's international teams from South America now as well. Vilavaza rears back, fires it into Pittman, who swings for the first out and the first strikeout of the game. Bring to bat JP Gerbes, number 15.
Jason Jr.
Young Jason Jr.
Let's go, Neff.
Yeah, great start by Pittman there. Took him to deep in the count, get him to pitch a bit more. So, you know, later in the innings it might help out.
Oh, really test that hammy out.
For sure.
Well, let's remember, he's been in the country 3 weeks, so is that 3 weeks pitching off the mat?
It's not bad, eh? You know, he's used to pitching off the dirt mounds, which, of course, all international pitchers are. Come to a place like New Zealand,
almost all.
Yeah, come to a place like New Zealand, and we make them pitch off rubber mats. So,
well, let's not get started on the block.
Well, I was going to just say maybe there's a standard that needs to be addressed there.
Hundy, we should talk to someone in Soccer New Zealand, maybe. Yes.
Do we have anyone who could comment on that here?
Well, you know, it's a
maybe a former
situation
international catcher.
It's something that we need to work on, definitely, because we're the only country in the
ground
world
screen, mate. Starts at the ground screen.
That pitch off the rubber.
Yeah.
And it, you know, lots to do with the grounds. So obviously it's also, you know, we're dealing with the council situations as well through that. So it's something that moving forward needs to be worked on.
Oh, it's a lot of work to put it all back together in between games. I mean, we don't even fix up the batters boxes anymore, you know. So
yeah, all artificial.
When we're relying on volunteers and they're getting more scarce by the year. It's tough.
Yeah, well, we live and die on our volunteers in our grassroots sport.
You knows it.
Well, JP Gerbes doing a similar job to Pittman. Once again, Vilavazo throwing a lot of pitches here.
Yeah, but the drop ball's the only one that's working for him at the moment that's been in the zone. So, you know, Teraki by Whenua, if they can lay off that rise ball that he's coming in and just sit on the eyes down, then they're going to be driving that ball. So,
yeah.
But he's got it, you know, he's throwing it with a bit of pace, which is good. Good to see. Change up there.
Nice job by JP Gerbes. Hanging in the box there.
Whare tato. So obviously another great job here by the Teraki Whenua hitters, by Whenua hitters, you know, going into full count, making them pitch more.
Well, there's a lot of trouble that out and out gas can get you out of. Even at this level, it can help you.
Yeah, and he's throwing that change there to, with effect.
Yeah, it definitely took something off that one. Got JP chasing it.
He's followed by number 2, by catcher Joseph Hall. Somebody got me back and didn't record the jersey numbers.
Oh, that looks like my right hand.
There you go, Bevan. Pulled strings on that one again.
Yeah, he's sort of throwing it quite often now.
Yeah.
He's coming in and every hitter's getting at least 2. So it's going to help his pace out. Young Kyle Roberts behind the dish there. You know, for him, catch someone with this pace is good for him. So obviously, first time working together, it's going to help out.
Absolutely. Nice scoop at third base, fires it across the diamond. Can't affect the out.
Definitely going second. Harbour get their first runner of the game.
Yep, throwing error there. Sort of getting it away there, away from in towards the first base and the runner, getting a bit too close, so taking advantage and getting to the second base.
Nice running there, he saw that early, scooted around to second base, brings to bat number 29, Jordan Cotton, listed as the DP in the order. Job to do now with Harbour with an opportunity with the runner in the scoring position out there.
Yeah, you know, got 2 outs, so taking full advantage and making the most of what they can in regards to this. You know, be cashing in with 2 outs here. It'd be good to see.
There's the steal. No one's there. The ball's gone straight through third base. Shortstop couldn't get there. North Harbour take advantage of that fully to score the first run here in the grand final.
Very aggressive coaching there by Fabian Marker there. Obviously, straight steal, running straight away. The shortstop wasn't in play, and third base thought that the shortstop had it, and catcher just come up throwing. So, costly error there for Colquhoun.
Costly error, all right. Franklin didn't seem to have their systems in place there. Nothing wrong with the throw from the catcher either. They went straight down third baseline. This one's hit hard out to right field. It's called in. It's fair. He's going to go all the way to 3.
Great hit there by Jordan Cotton, driving the ball to right field. Ball was placed on the outside part of it. Their drop ball, that's what I mean. You know, if they can sit on their drop ball and drive the ball that way, they're going to be very tough today. North Harbour are. So great start, 2 out rally. Opportunity here to get another one. And so once again, you know, once you get to third base, so many ways you can score without driving the ball in. So
right.
2 outs, sort of rattling there. Samuel Valavazo. So yeah, look at that ball driving all the way back into the corner, right field corner, very tough to get out of.
All the way to the corner as well. Stand-up triple, well earned. In came the runner, 1-0 it is now to North Harbour. Number 33, Jesse Fuller, up to bat now to face Valavazo, who, like you say, has to be a little bit rattled.
Yeah, definitely something that, you know, they had 2 quick outs, you know, the 2 strikeouts he got, you know, but obviously the first 2 hitters, Pittman and Gerbes, did an outstanding job of going deep in the count for him, and he's sort of, you know, he's already probably up to, I don't know, 15 to 20 pitches now, so taking its toll, but obviously he's just got to work and get out of it. Oh, there we go.
This time it's a pass ball, and it's the throw comes in.
Oh, Karawete.
Nice running, and that was Polder Cooper Nicola, the designated runner who came in there. The question getting asked by did I make the tag?
Well, you look here, great slide in here by Polder. You know, he goes on the inside part of the base. Ooh, very close. Great to see, yeah.
Well, all I'll say about that, Bevan, is they don't have the benefit of the replay like we do.
No, that's right.
And I'd hate to have had to make that call in real time myself.
Yeah, but you know, you look at here, you know, went on the other side, touch and go, but great to see. Great to see.
Nice work by Harbour, 2-0. They've opened this game up here in the first inning straight away.
Yeah, great work by Polder there. Great base running, and obviously great defence by Valavazo.
Yeah, in the end, it was his wild pitch that led to the run, and they were unable to effect the out. Jesse Fuller still in there to bat. 2 down. That's a great rally by North Harbour.
Just checking the count here. They had 3 balls and 1 strike, so they're just checking the count and seeing what's going on here. So
Count remains 3-1.
Yeah, but obviously, you know, Harbour, you've got the experience of the coaching staff that they have, Fabian Marquez, and obviously in the dugout as head coach is Brad Rona. So obviously Brad would have been seeing what Valazazo's been doing, and he's probably relayed the message to his hitters to stay off the rise ball and just look eyes down. So
absolute wealth of experience with those guys, North Harbour. There's a nice comeback by Vilavaza. He strikes out Jesse Fuller. An action-packed first half of the first innings complete, and we go into the dugouts with North Harbour leading the ball game 3-0 over Franklin. We'll be back in just a minute. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Colquhoun Ballpark here, where we've got the grand final of the 2025 Heartland Championship. North Harbour taking on Franklin. It's North Harbour have taken the diamond. Franklin's turned to bat. Bottom of the first innings action it is. And we will quickly run you through the Franklin batting lineup. Lead off for them will be Ryan Early, Rikaya Tefioro, followed by Daly Elgin Curry, Logan Newman, Kyle Roberts, Richard Terude, Tipene Kennedy, Campbell Puaha, Oakley Hewitt rounds out their batting order. Defensively out there for North Harbour, out of right field, Ryan Love, Kobata Shoga out centre field, Jesse Fuller at left, Jason J.P. Gerbes at shortstop, Bronson Pittman in the hot corner, Jack Baker in second base. First base is Jacob Mahida Hughes, catcher Joseph Hall, and doing the pitching out on the mound for North Harbour is Dylan Tonkin. As we get underway, as Tonkin, the rear's back, gets ready to go, fires the first one in for a ball. Very exciting start to the ball game, gentlemen. 3 runs to 0 to North Harbour, just like that.
Yeah, they're doing outstandingly well, actually, to be honest with you. But, you know, Ryan Early's had a great tourney. I think he's top of the stats of hitting, so obviously his eye's in, and he's doing a great job for Franklin.
Yeah, Ryan's really been hitting the ball sweetly in the last couple of seasons, coming really into his own in the last season as well. So, yeah, good to see him out there with the Franklin setup, and be interested to see what he can do in this final.
Batting 600, so not a bad stat to come into. You know, average.
Good to see his parents wearing the orange as well. Who
wearing the colours.
Traditionally in the blue and white, or the maroon and yellow.
Yeah, I had the double take on Friday, just to double check and go, colour. Oh, hang on, is that right? But nah, you know, as they do, Ricky and Megan also follow softball fans, and they'll follow their children wherever they go, so great to see them here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As we all do.
Love a good reunion at the tournaments, around the diamonds.
The amount of times they fancy seeing you at a ballpark.
Yeah.
This one hit hard up the middle. Fielded out there with shortstop.
JP
Gerbes gets himself on the highlight reel with a backhand flick to take the out.
Outstanding play here. You watch this on the highlight. Ryan drives the ball back up the middle. JP just comes straight across, comes into the lane, backhands the ball to first base, beats the runner. Outstanding play, JP. As they say, you have to beat the ball.
Absolutely. JP.
Into bat number 62, Rikaya Tefioro. He comes in listed as the DP in the order.
7 outstanding tourney, driving in the runs as well, you know, Rikaya. So another one for North Harbour to watch out.
Yeah, they've definitely got some X factor throughout the list. And any team to get to a final, you can't count it out.
That's right. Yeah, you got to come the hard way just like everybody else. Got to beat everyone else at the tournament.
Pause. Abby and Mike's picking up a bit of wind, so those flags.
Yeah, there's a bit of a breeze come up.
Nothing what we used to though.
No. Well, I used to be used to.
True.
And you take Dylan Tonkin, you know, he's thrown the ball for Harbour and he's done an outstanding job. He's come back from injury.
Yep.
He's only just come back in the last few weeks from the injury he had. So obviously leading this team and doing a great job.
I seem to throw with decent velocity himself. Probably a couple too many back into the middle. Might get away with it early in the ball game, but once they get used to it.
Picked up top pitcher with Brother Patrick, didn't he? Something like that recently. Took some honours away.
Nice.
You know, he spends off season over in Europe, so you know, obviously getting out and about and continued on. So he's doing an outstanding job.
We loaded up here.
There's a lot of these ball players that want to do these days. They play, you know, they follow the summers around the planet. In North America, Europe, New Zealand, obviously, and now summer.
Yeah, we're starting to get more as well. It's good. A little bobble from the shortstop, gathers it in time to get the out at first. JP getting a second one of the.
Show some fine range out there to get to the ball.
Yeah, not panicking. You know, he made a little bobble there. Probably come up too early and had a look. But the ball was right in front of him, come up and still made a strong throw. To throw Rakai out at first. 2 outs.
He might even rise to the ranks of the Gerbes athletes list. Well,
But only started with this generation, didn't it?
Jacko's over there. Oh, true. Jacko's over there in the county's uniform. Obviously Madison's this hot.
That's right. Yeah, number 1.
His father had great range behind the dish as well.
Yeah.
I thought he was a talker behind the dish.
Daly Olden Curry doing the batting in there for Franklin this time. Looking to peg back this 2-0 lead it is. Get a bit carried away there and called it a 3-0 lead before.
Well, one definitely.
Yeah. Well, as I said to Bevan, you know, we didn't have the benefit of a replay if you're the Blues, so.
All you have to do is turn around that massive screen out at left field.
What a feature that is of the Diamonds. It really does add some colour to the proceedings here at Colquhoun Ballpark.
Eric, swing!
And you get, you know, like obviously you see it in baseball, they're able to refer and come up and that, and it's sort of coming in and out of baseball. It's in the college system in the women's program, but you know, and who's to say that it might turn up at the Men's World Cup this year? So there's a lot of things in it, but you know, you take your hat off to the umpires. It's a judgment call. It's right there and then. You know, it's a split decision, and you know, outstanding job there by Daryl.
There we go, the pitch is thrown, the ball was swung out, it's a strike, and it's a strikeout for 3 down here in the bottom of the first innings. Players head back to the dugout. It's North Harbour lead the ball game by 2-0. We'll be back in just a minute. What have they done?
Just chicken.
Here we go.
Just chicken.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We just had a slight delay there while the technicality was checked down in the North Harbour dugout. Back ready to go here at the 2025 Heartland Championship. Colquhoun Ballpark here in Palmerston North, looking an absolute picture. Strong breeze coming from right to left as we look at it. The players left to right.
Kobata-san.
Up to bat is Kobata Shoya, another international player, this time from Japan.
And it's great to see international ball players come into our country again. It's been a while, slowly coming back and being a part of softball here in New Zealand.
Good to see guys come in and enhance the quality and give our local guys a little bit more quality to face, play with and against.
Yeah, we're getting a few in the valley at the moment, and it's just, yeah, it's great because our age is quite young in the valley. Our average age is actually ridiculous, to be honest with you. So having some of those come over and just give a helping hand, something to encourage and raise that level, it's been awesome.
Well, Hutt Valley's been at the forefront of innovations and things in development, and that is showing with the amount of national championships they were in hot contention for.
Oh, did we win a few this year?
You might have won one or two or three.
3 out of 4.
Oi turu, hau kai tahi.
We won't point out that there are no Hutt Valley teams in contention here today, but no, that's only because they're NFC involved.
Can't win everything, mate.
And as you see, once again, Gary, Harbour have taken him to full count, pushing him to the limit. He's getting behind, and they're very patient, doing a great job.
It really does count, especially down the stretch in ball games like this against a pitcher.
Yep.
He knows he's not getting them to chase outside the zone, so where does he got to do? He's got to bring it in. Harbour batters are waiting for that.
And it looks like his pitch that's working is his change-up. So you ought to be thinking that high percentage chance you're going to get a change right here.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Interesting. He gave up 2 runs, but he still took 3 strikeouts. So it's kind of
Well, it started quite quick. Didn't it? Ended up looking that way, but heads up running from Gerbes to cross home plate first and foremost. And then to back it up with Holder.
And I suggest his strikeout count in this one could be reasonably high by the end of the game, should he last it. Jack Baker up to bat, number 19 for North Harbour.
You probably could see Harbour, revert to the short game if he's racking up the strikeouts. And, if he's got a hammy problem, you want him to come and field it,
Yeah.
Well, we noticed in the girls' final, didn't we, Gaz? A lot of the corners were leaving it to the pitcher to get those bunts.
That was interesting, because especially with the Marlborough girls, it was the pitcher who was left to pick up a lot of the bunts.
obviously this is North Harbour's B side, but Bevan, what would it be like for some of those young guys having those two strong heads in the dugout leading them?
To be honest with you, this is great experience for them. And you look at Harbour, you know, the calibre they've got for their top team, and then you ever look at the calibre that up and coming that's coming through here, and you got experienced coaches to help and support them along the way. Harbour are just going to get stronger and stronger as time goes on if they continue to work like this.
Oh, you're absolutely correct, and I just mentioned Hutt Valley's development. Well, Harbour are right at the forefront of that as well. And dare I say it, associations like Wellington need to be looking to those guys and maybe mirroring some of what they're doing. And I'm not singling Wellington out, it's just an example.
Well, only you could say that since you're from Wellington.
Exactly. I want to see the black and yellow back at the top.
We'll put the head up. 2 outs.
So he's just brought that ball, might have been missing the top of that zone by an inch or two, or it's just come down an inch or two, and all of a sudden he's getting the calls.
And you'd expect that from an experienced international pitcher.
Yeah.
You know, just make those little adjustments to see the strike zone of the umpire.
And dare I say it, after an innings of work, he's gotten a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it does look that way.
It does.
Just warming up.
How's that compare with your guest there?
Oh, you know.
DC?
No.
A little bit down?
Koirua.
One ball, 2 strikes, number 13. Ryan Love, it's out there to bat at the moment.
From Northcote. Part of a good setup there as well.
There we go. Another strikeout, and you're right, Bevan. He's beginning to rack them up. 1.5 innings complete. It's North Harbour that continue to lead the ball game. Looking like may develop into a pitcher's duel. By 2-0, North Harbour in front. We'll be back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got an excellent showing as far as the crowd goes here at Colquhoun Ballpark for this exciting grand final between North Harbour and Franklin on Diamond 1. And it is North Harbour who lead the ball game by 2-0. As you see some great shots from in the dugout. There's a nice out. JP Gerbes is getting them all. He's becoming the go-to man as far as the hitting goes. Somehow they need to be avoiding him. That was Logan Newman.
The last time they avoided him and hit it on the other side of the diamond, he still got it.
Yeah, true.
But you got these two styles going here. Obviously, Valazazo with his pace and going through, and you look at Donkin, he's getting ground balls. You know, so it doesn't matter how you get outs, whether they're strikeouts or pop-ups or ground balls. So if he can get 21 ground balls, he's going to do outstanding well, and that's what the players need to understand. The ball's going to get hit to them, make the plays, and just throw them out.
Well, you could refer you back to that Manawatū winning picture in the women's grand final just in an hour or two ago. She took only 2 strikeouts, but how many ground outs, Damien? Was quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone backed up each other, and that's the goal we got in this one as well.
Poi tahi, haukai tahi.
39, Kyle Roberts in there to bat at the moment.
Of course, growing up in Auckland, playing as
2 balls, 1 strike.
one of the Roberts family, I'm sure.
Very, very good man to have in a team. I've noticed this guy around the Diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, bit of a character.
He is, absolutely is.
AK Dinger.
Dinger.
2 balls, 2.
Koirua, haukairua.
Throwing with some pretty decent gas himself. Dylan Tonkin, as I just said, possibly as good as I've seen him pitch throughout the years. Not this time, nice job.
Hai, Hikoi, and Kyle Roberts.
Kyle Roberts gets him going in this one. Picks the walk, heads down to 1. Get replaced by Richard Terudi, coming in to do the batting for Franklin, who replaced him with the DR out at first. That'll be number... it's the...
Jaden Hewitt.
Jaden Hewitt.
Kaioma.
Trying to get a number.
And you got Richard Terui, he's up in the batting stats too. I think he's sitting there around 500, so he's one they need to be very careful of.
Richard Terudi sitting right on the dot at 500. From 6 games, 22 plate appearances. Great production from him.
Yeah, we talked about the coaching staff of North Harbour, and it's great to see Phil Casey as the head coach here for Franklin, you know, the ex-Black Sox member. No.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very experienced. Great slide to get in underneath the tag. The steal is made. It's Jaden Hewitt who moves down to second base. Terudi in the batter's box, getting ready to, hopefully Franklin will be wanting to take advantage of a runner in scoring position. Phil Casey backed up by Johnny Hewitt out there. Franklin coaching duo.
He's getting a bit away with there, old Dylan. He's getting a bit brassed off at himself.
Yeah.
You know, just letting it get away and coming back. So
Kind of got to learn, most pitchers do, to stay out of their own heads, you know, and don't beat themselves up too much. Because you got the ball back in your hand, you got to throw another pitch straight away, you know.
It's a good pitch to come back with.
Nice work. Well done for the strikeout. Terudi heads to the dugout.
yeah, well, you know, it's a 20-second game for our pitchers. You know, that once that pitch is gone, they come back, they're in another ball game. So
Yeah. Every pitch will be different. Even if the catcher wants it in exactly the same spot, it'll get there differently. Tiffany Kennedy, it is up to bat. Another guy who looks like he possesses a bit of power.
Koirua, ko puta e rua.
Nice comeback pitch.
And that's his strength. That pitch right there is Dylan's strength. The down and in, got good control. Ball bites into those right-handed hitters, and
Right in the hands there. Not much any batter could do with that.
No, that's right.
Great comeback. Back to a 2-2 count. Great job by Dylan Tonkin. Come back and strike him out. Getting a couple of Ks of his own now to go with Villavazo's 2 dozen. 2 innings complete now. It is North Harbour 2-0 up. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Quite a picture here at Colquhoun Ballpark. Here for the grand final of the 2025 Heartland Championship. It is Franklin, North Harbour going at each other here on Diamond 1. North Harbour clinging to a slim lead, 2-0. Samuel Villavazo, however, is doing his best to limit that damage for them after giving away 2 early runs. He now racked up 6 strikeouts in the game. We're only in the 3rd innings.
Jacob Mihaere Hughes up the bat there, leading off again, and once again taking them deep into account.
Been a feature of all the North Harbour batters, Bevan, as you pointed out, taking the pitcher deep into account.
And that's what you want, once again, a lead off again, taking them deep into account. Number 9 hitter, which it definitely helps.
Yeah, true. Sees one going the inside, called a strike.
And Villavazo, he just has to continue to work hard, throwing strikes. So North Harbour batters are doing an outstanding job.
This time it's Hughes that swings hard at that rising pitch on the inside, close to the hands. Very hard to get something on that. That's a full count now. Heidi Hughes, who gets a high hopper back to Villavazo, who gently tosses it over to first base for the first out. And the first out for Franklin that didn't involve the strikeout.
Yeah, great job by Jacob, bat to ball. Took him deep into the count.
That's right.
Put bat to ball, and who knows, it showed before how Harbour scored their first runs, that scored on the error. So put him bat to ball. Here we come back up. Hoki might get the tope. Bronson Pittman.
Back to the top of the order, as we just heard. Bronson Pittman it is. Left-handed, he slaps one out to shortstop. Doesn't take it cleanly. And a bit of innovation there for the from the North Harbour coaches.
Yeah, great job there by Bronson. Coming in obviously the batter before him gave him enough time to go at this first pitch, and obviously they'll figure it out too that Villavazo's coming in with the first pitch, so second time around too.
Yeah, that's a great change and adaptation by the North Harbour batters. We just talked about how disciplined they've been and taking them deep into counts. Interesting. JP Gerbes up to bat. Shaped a bunt. Steal is made. Successful.
Yeah, once again, aggressive base running here. Coach is being very aggressive.
Oh, there's a late
foul ball call.
Foul ball call. I think he did indicate pretty much straight away. Something happened in between that and some not misunderstanding it though. Back to first base, he's gone.
He's quick too, Bronson. So, you know, could be on the move in the next couple of pitches here, especially with JP Gerbes up.
Yeah, they've already shown a willingness to take on the catcher's arm.
Okoirua. 2 strikes right here. Oh, Tarawea, Kyle Roberts.
There we go, a strikeout followed by a good throw to take the steal. That'll go and end the top of the third innings. No impact on the scoreboard, still 2-0 North Harbour. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. That was nestled in the heart of the beautiful Manawatū region, and what a fabulous sight we see from our vantage point here up at the club rooms, overlooking the Diamond 1 action between North Harbour and Franklin.
It's probably been the coolest day, to be honest with you, over the last 2 days. I think we're up to 27 yesterday, 28 degrees here, and yeah, so it's great to have a bit of cloud over.
A little bit of high cloud. There's none of the wet stuff threatening, I don't think.
Well, it's going to be beautiful for you to see it, Fraser, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah? Nice.
We'll hold you to that.
Yep. I'll remind you of that one, Damien. Fraser Park turns on a beautiful tournament, we know that.
Teko ana Campbell. Oh,
Ooh, didn't necessarily agree with that one, Campbell Puaha, but he becomes yet another strikeout. This time it's Tonkin. He's beginning to rack up a few.
It's weird, a batter not agreeing with the KC.
Oh, absolutely.
So strange.
Number 16, Oakley Hewitt. Bottom of the order now for Franklin. Up to them to do something. It's only 2-0. But the way these two pitches are going now, it's going to be tough to score off either of them so long as they keep pitching the way they're going.
Yeah, well, that's 4 strikes in a row for this innings for Dylan, so he's definitely come out with a bit of groove.
Nestled in now.
Koitahi, hui koitahi, ko puta kotahi. Great spot there by Dylan, keeping the ball down and low. You know, obviously, if it gets hold of it, obviously the wind's blowing out to left field, so don't want nothing lifted. He keeps the ball there.
No, it'll definitely gently curve over the left field fence if it's got any sort of pop on it, but no, he's just continuing his dominance at the moment.
E tū teko ana, ho ke ki tapai a Oakley.
I don't remember lining them like that and striking them out like that, Damien, do you? Oh, you probably do, actually. You got the levers.
Ko puta e rua, ko tai mai a te tope a Ryan Early.
Back to the top of the chop. Ryan Early it is. Bevan, what are you thinking as far as the Franklin coach is concerned?
Well, he just needs base runners, to be honest with you. You know, it's a bit tough when no one's getting on base and you got nothing to play with. They just need to get base runners on base.
Bodies in motion.
Yep. And, you know, obviously second time around here, and they've had an outstanding week, and obviously with Ryan being lead off and hitting 600, him getting on base.
Is supposedly what you didn't want to look at is
he up.
Lines one down the third base, foul territory.
So yeah, you know, Phil will be like, just need people on base.
Yeah.
Then can't do anything if no one's on base and create anything. So, you know, like, Ryan's had an outstanding week. Obviously, if he can get on, things will change for Franklin. But obviously, North Harbour doing an outstanding job there, keeping them off base too.
Both teams have used multiple pitches. Villavaso, Te Fioro, Puaha and Te Ruri for Franklin. And North Harbour, obviously, Dylan Tonkin has been helped out by Caleb Corcoran, Kobata Shoyo and Ryan Love, Jacob Mahadi Hughes. All pitchers in both teams have put up pretty impressive numbers.
And 2 top teams in the tourney, to be honest with you, consistently performing. You know, great work by Counties last night. Kahu Beasley Allen's done an outstanding job to lose 2-1 against North Harbour. Right. He rawe, hoki ki tapai, Ryan Early.
3 KCs in a row.
Got it on a string at the moment, he sure does Dylan Tonkin. Strikes out 3 on the trot. Score remains 2-0, 3 complete. We'll be back in just a minute.
Right there, right? That fish was right there.
Yeah, yep. Can't look back at the umpire on those ones. Can't leave it up to the umpire. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're just talking about the pitching duel that's going on out there at the moment. as we see North Harbour going back to work against Villavasal.
He's just struggling trying to get that first pitch in there once again, you know.
Yeah.
He's getting behind straight away.
I think I've had days where I wouldn't mind having his struggles. Probably a few pitchers have, but there's that change-up that he's gone back to time and time again now. Keeps the batters guessing. We were just talking about it off camera about how important, you know, some of those close calls, the tag at home plate, how important that might have been in the context of the ball game now that we have an out-and-out pitcher's duel going on in our hands at the moment.
Yeah, well, it can be a game of moments, can it?
Yeah.
And it can change at a time, but yeah, with the way these two are getting into their rhythm, if it comes back to that first innings overthrow at third and the non-tag at home, you know, like moments.
Moments, absolutely, mate. 100%. 36, Joseph Hall. One of the batters that crossed the plate in the first innings. Becomes another victim of Villavasal.
Yep, just coming back in there.
He's looking more and more relaxed out there. He's doing a lot of stretching, but Jordan Cotton up to bat, number 29 for North Harbour.
Yeah,
Hits one hard into the home plate.
I think the good thing, you know, with Villavasal coming out to New Zealand, and it, obviously with the South Americans, it's a good chance for our up-and-coming pitchers to see how explosive you need to be off the mat and jumping and getting right out there and throwing the ball as hard as he can, you know. So having them out here is definitely going to see for the future if our young fellas can mimic what he does. It's definitely going to help in the long run.
You've seen it, D, as well. I mean, age grade tournaments, I think there's a lot to hope for at the moment in pitching stocks and throughout New Zealand at the moment. Things are looking, you know, I saw an under-17 tournament just, you were there as well, that was as good as I've seen in many a year.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we've got some good ones coming through. As long as they keep working hard and stick to it. You know, it's they've all got talent to burn these days, but it's the work ethic I think we just got to work on, you know, so. Yeah,
we've had coaches come in from overseas, and one of the first things they've said when they've seen our pitches is they're not doing it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Bevan, he goes back, I mean, we don't want to go back to eras, but, you know, pitchers used to do a double header standing on their head, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. You know, well, you go, and you, to be honest here, with this tournament, you saw that with the likes of Rotorua and Wanganui, who turned up with their main pitcher and, you know, and had another one. And so, you know, they pitched three games just about every day. And to be honest with you, they're probably the only ones that they got in their club team, so they continue to go on.
Another strikeout for Villavasal. Kind of getting boring saying that now.
We're going to need a tally for both teams.
Yeah, the way they're going at the moment.
A K-jar.
He's just heating it up and he's in the rhythm. And it's great to see. And
it is.
And to be honest with you, this is probably good to see. Two pitchers going at it. You know, obviously.
Recent years you've had tournaments decided by batting fests. I'll admit that. Good for the, you know, everyone watching to see batters lighting the diamond up. But I don't know, a purist like myself, I'm like you, Bevan, I like to see a good pitcher's duel. I love seeing them go to hard at each other.
Yeah, and you know, we haven't seen it enough in New Zealand, and it's great to see. You know, when you look at North Harbour and Dylan's not in their team due to injury, but obviously they've still got another 2 pitchers or 3 pitchers there, so the quality for Harbour of what they're doing and pitching depth that they've got as well. To have Coco as well as Dylan and in this team.
Yeah. Well, it's Jesse Fuller coming in to do the work now. For North Harbour, has a look at another pitch. And yet another strikeout for Villavazo.
Nice quick innings for him there.
Yeah, he's almost hopping off the mound now and running to the dugout. He's got that much confidence in himself at the moment. Anyway, no impact on the scoreboard still. We're seeing this pitching duel just go on throughout this ball game. We're right in the middle of the innings now. North Harbour 2-0. We'll see what happens when we come back in just a minute.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We love the music to be all the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa, all the best throwbacks.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth innings now. It's North Harbour leading 2-0 over Franklin. And it's turned into a real pitcher's duel since the first innings. And it is Franklin that need to do something about that, as Dylan Tonkin has got his foot well and firmly on the Franklin batting order, to the tune of 5, maybe 6 strikeouts in his last 6 batters.
Definitely in a groove. Obviously, Rakai coming into the bat now, and yeah, but being aggressive on the strikes, which is great to see.
Number 62, Rakaya Tefiora, is in the batter's box for Franklin. I suspect the batter would want that one back. Looked like it flew right through the middle of the zone.
Tino tata. Pai te karu Rakaya. Great eyes there to let that one roll through. Just missing the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes. This one's hit hard into foul territory. Tefiora is never going to be an easy out. He's batting .429 in the tournament. So he's never going to be an easy out here. His on-base percentage is, well, 786.
Not bad.
So when he's not hitting the ball, he's walking to 1.
And he's quite disciplined in the box. He's only he's not having a hack at the rise ball, the low rise. He's just looking for something down in the zone to go at. Yeah, it's the first batter in half a dozen batters or so that we've seen Tonkin struggling with a little bit. You'd expect that with an on-base average like that. Yes. Yeah.
Knowing your players.
And I'm beginning to see why his on-base averages, anything in the zone is getting bat to ball, even if it is in foul territory. There's a fine pitch in the end. Totally took that decision out of Tefiora's hands, struck him out.
Right. Here to tiko ana. Here you go here, that low rise on the outside part of the plate. And, you know, it's too close to leave.
Well, especially after 3 KCs, like they're calling it.
Yeah.
You know, when do you start adjusting?
You're absolutely right, mate. Yeah, and it's those little adjustments you got to make. Otherwise, the pitcher's just going to keep his foot on your throat. Do it to you all day.
Oh, if the umpire's calling, there's no point in looking back and going, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, exactly. Being unhappy that you're walking to the dugout. I've never seen anyone happy to be walking from the batter's box to the dugout.
Oh,
that one was just pure gas. That was as quick as we've seen today from either pitcher.
Daly.
Saw it coming through the middle. He had a fine old cut at it.
Great spot there with the change.
That's a little bit below the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike on Daly Ogden Curry.
Boy Tori. Ukaitahi.
It's an interesting call for Dylan Tonkin now as a 3-1.
Great comeback right there on the outside part of the plate. He's hitting that spot consistently with his drop ball and with the low rise, so obviously you always come back to your strengths.
Yeah, both pitchers have been doing that consistently. One with a change-up. And one with that outside part of the plate. Little bit of descent in the grab.
walk?
Hey, that was walk. Second one, yeah.
Second walk of the game.
So as you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, Ogden Curry just walked down to first base to give Franklin a bit of hope that they can get themselves some impact on the scoreboard. Number 20, Logan Newman, come in to help them out with that. 1 down here in the 4th innings. This is as good as opportunity as I've had for a while with only 1 out.
Yeah, definitely, and he came up swinging at the first pitch and hit the ball very hard to shortstop, so you know, they got to be aware of him. He's aggressive at the plate. But also, you know, Jaden Hewitt stole the last time he got done.
Yeah, seems to have gas out there.
Yeah, it's probably a call that needs to be looked at in the next couple of pitches, I would think.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be moving on this pitch. 2 balls.
It's definitely looking ahead.
Got the crystal ball out. Let's see what happens. Here we go. There's a slow transfer by the catcher. Couldn't quite get it out of the mitt. That's a nice steal.
Yeah, really out of the blocks. Point on time as well.
Yeah, got the jump. The transfer for the catcher was a little bit sloppy, and that's all that the runner needed to get himself in there reasonably safe.
JP having to dive the opposite way to make sure that didn't go past him.
Throwing himself out a bit, around a bit out there, the young Gerbes.
Hikoi anot.
Here we go. Here it is, Franklin, and the crowd's making some noise too.
Ooh.
1 out.
1 out only.
Back-to-back walks.
39, Kyle Roberts, who was the last person prior to that to walk.
Be interesting to see what Phil does here. You know, left-hander hitter up the bat. You know, get those runners to turn third. Obviously, with Richard Turude coming up, you know, he's been a threat in the batter's box as well. So, who knows what could happen? But Kyle, he's good enough to drive the ball as well.
Well, we saw Fabian call a steal at 3. Be interesting to see if Phil can match that. Nice comeback pitch by Tonkin that time.
Great change. You know, come back after 2 walks and come back with 2 strikes. So definitely falling behind there, Kyle Roberts. He's got to put the ball in play there and get the runners around.
Definitely need to convert this opportunity for Franklin.
I think that's a 2-0 pitch, isn't it? Yeah, we had it as 1-1.
Yeah. Big strikeout right there.
Big strikeout.
Ko puta e rua, ko tai mai nei, Richard Turure.
Phil Casey needs one of these guys on 3. Having said that, Turure is right at the top of their stats, batting 500. 591 on base percentage is very healthy as well.
Yeah, and he's swinging the bat outstandingly well this week, and you know, obviously swinging the bat, he's going to drive in a run, so Dylan has to be very careful.
Right there, got a piece of that. Was a good pitch.
Koi tahi, koi tahi, ko puta e rua.
Umpire Darryl Paul has been very consistent on that outside call.
Sure has.
And still batters are watching it go past.
E tu teko ana Richard, o kiki tapai.
Awesome job there by Dylan Tonkin. Come back in that one. After 2 walks, he struck the next 2 batters out to close out the innings. And that is 2-0 to North Harbour with 4 complete innings. We'll be back top of the 5th in just a minute.
I'm getting hungry.
I had a pie and chips, so I'm pretty good. Bloody nice hot chips there, but Ballpark, it just tastes different. Top 5, yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we are now on the top of the 5th innings, and things couldn't be, well, they could be tighter. It's 2-0 to North Harbour, but it could be 1-0, I suppose. It could be 1-0, but North Harbour leading the ball game by 2-0 here in the 5th innings. Things are all on Franklin as far as their batting goes to answer to that. Otherwise, as we get into the later innings, you start counting down outs. Saw it was North Harbour that made all the running in the first innings to the tune of 2 runs. Joseph Hall and Jordan Cotton crossing the plate.
Good to see Colquhoun doing something different. good to see Kubata doing something different. You know, obviously, punt and run.
And here becomes the first strikeout in the 5th inning. Something different, definitely needed from the North Harbour batters, but they are defending a 2-run lead, doing it pretty well at the moment. 2 runners on base in the previous innings for Franklin is as close as they've got since the 1st inning.
Yeah, we're going into the 5th, and he's up to 11 strikeouts, so something's got to change for Harbour, but obviously when you're ahead by 2.
Yep. Ooh. They have the luxury of just trying things a little bit as well.
Legal pitch right there. First illegal pitch there by Villa Vaso.
What did he get him on?
Oh, mate.
The pause, the
Who knows?
Who knows these days?
taking the call, wiping your nose in the wrong direction. And he comes back with it.
I've seen this Villavaso pitch on the streams from the ISC. He's a very good pitcher.
He's made the adjustment, come back into it. Great to see.
Nice work. Jack Baker looking to drop one down. The Franklin infield were onto that pretty quickly. It went into foul territory. We'll call that advantage to the girls. The execution of their bunts was incredible this morning.
Threw a bit on that on the rise ball.
Yep.
2-2.
Probably why there, exactly why he put a bit of extra oomph into that rise ball. You even pull the strings on the next one.
Yeah.
Full count. This time it's Baker who hits one hard out. Oh! And it is safe at first base.
And there you go, putting the ball in play. And that's all they've done. And then that was the same in the first innings. They just put the ball in play and you still got to field it. And as you see there, a bubble right there.
Yep.
And that's
the
why
first
you
baseman.
always run it out as well. The gas he had to to get there in time regardless. You know, he was always backing himself. The bobble happened. And that's why you gas it.
Right, kua tai mai a Morgan nā tana Wiangi. Pinch it.
Pinch hitter come in for North Harbour. Morgan Naitana Wihongi comes in to bat. We just talked about North Harbour wanting to do something different. The last 2 or 3 at-bats have already shown that they're already looking to do exactly that. Getting earning production for them at the moment.
Right, tino pai te oma. Jack Baker.
Clean pair of heels again, this time Jack Baker can really scamper.
So once again, 1 out, runner in scoring position, pinch hitter in. Obviously, Coach Makia and Coach Runa backing their hitter, driving this run.
There's another steal.
Outstanding.
Being aggressive, but obviously, Roberts learnt from the last time and held on to the ball. Bonus there goes to Harbour. Runner on 3.
Runner on 3.
1 out.
Nice aggressive coaching out there by Harbour. Runner all the way around to 3. 1 out. And Franklin back under some white hot pressure.
Kirunga, Te Poro.
Bit of frustration there from Dingo.
The whole world just seemed to freeze there for a second or two while they were waiting for that call.
Yeah, and Harbour haven't chased that rise ball. You know, they haven't. They've been consistent in keeping that ball down.
Even the ones that have got them, they've stayed off it.
Oh,
There's the first one. The curse.
there he goes.
What have I told you?
But he's done his job, you know. He's got that base runner across, you know, come in there,
100.
something different. Run on 3.
Jacob Mahidi Hughes up to bat, number 30. Harbour with a prime opportunity here. That was an excellent, excellent dropping change-up.
Yeah, and Harbour will do anything to try to squeeze this run in however they can. You know, it takes them out to a lead even more. So, obviously, Kyle needs to be tidy behind the dish.
Oh, this one
great hit.
done it the easy way. He's hit it straight up the middle to centre field. Fine piece of batting by Mahidi Hughes. Let's not forget he's at the bottom of the order, so it takes him back to Pittman at the top. Harbour moved to 3-0 over Franklin here in the grand final in the 5th innings.
Great piece of hitting right there, sitting on the change, just driving it back up the middle.
Low, hard, and in the outfield. Scores that run, stands up on one. Exactly what Harbour wanted.
And you look at the pace of, you know, of Baker. You know, Baker stole second and stole third. Given an opportunity right there, base hit.
Yeah, well, you go back to as much as his pace, the call by the coach to get him to steal third again. That's the second time they've done it in the ball game. Second time it's been successful. It just puts so much pressure on the fielding team.
Holder, Cooper and Kohler out there to do the running now.
Right.
I dare say he's got a few wheels about him as well.
He's not bad. Brother's faster.
You reckon?
Faster. Oh, my God.
He is quick, though.
His
Yeah.
brother is quick.
TK.
Oh, this time it's hammered straight out to centre field. And we
Almost
haven't
at the
seen
slip.
we haven't seen an innings like that from Franklin for a while, where it didn't feature 3 strikeouts. However, it is North Harbour who have added an insurance run 3-0 over Franklin as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. Right, ladies and gentlemen, back into the action here at Colquhoun Ballpark, where it is Franklin who have a little bit of a mountain to climb as North Harbour stole an insurance run to go ahead of them by 3-0 here in this grand final. Tiffany Kennedy up to bat, number 40 for Franklin, who are going to have to do something now
One way to put it there, mate.
No, we don't start saying it yet.
Bottom of 5?
Yeah, bottom of 5.
Yep, 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up here for Pukekohe.
They managed to see 2 runners out on the diamond in the previous innings, so giving themselves a chance without looking at converting anything.
Great drop ball there by Dylan.
He had one lull in that previous innings when he walked 2 batters, but looks like he's straight back into his rhythm.
Oirua, haukairua.
Right in that rhythm now as he strikes out Kennedy.
E tū teko ana. Tīpene o ke ki tapai.
Number 22, Campbell Puaha. Up to bat for Franklin.
Ko tai mai a Kātane Huruwai. Coming for a pinch hit.
He is indeed.
Number 51. Good batter, this guy too. Seen him at a few tournaments.
Aggressive at the plate, young catcher coming through. Kātane is. Been part of the junior Black Sox squad.
Hits one hard into the dirt. It's Gerbes that fields it, fires it across the diamond. 2 down. Up to bat will be number 16, Oakley Hewitt. It's Franklin beginning to count the outs.
Good contact there by Kātane, coming in as a pinch hit. Hit the ball hard.
Great patience by Gerbes just to stay on his heels and wait for that ball to come.
Been pretty solid at shortstop today, or JP.
That backhanded pass that he made to get that out, that'd be something that they'd train these days.
I don't even know how he got over there that quickly.
Would you have your athletes train that sort of a throw?
Yeah, well, you have to, every throw you got to practice. So,
yeah.
you know, you've got to be able to adapt to any ball that gets hit there. You know, you look at our top shortstop, Cole Evans, is exactly the same. Would have made exactly the same play. So, you know, when you're taking the lead of the infield and playing shortstop, you got to be able to throw the ball from any direction and in any position. So,
certainly does speak volumes for the quality of the infielders we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
JP, one of the real young lions of our infield at the moment. Getting to be there or thereabouts in the pecking order.
Koirua. Haukairua. Ko puta e rua.
2-2 pitch coming up. Nice inside pitch. For another strikeout for Dylan Tonkin. 3 down here in the 5th innings. And that is 5 complete, 3-0 to North Harbour over Franklin. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are 5 innings complete here. The grand final of the 2025 Heartland Championship. Colquhoun Ballpark it is. It's been a beautiful day for softball. Bit of a right to left breeze blowing, but that doesn't seem to have affected the players too much. It certainly hasn't affected the quality of the softball we've seen here today. First grand final this morning between Marlborough and Manawatū. Fine win by Manawatū over Marlborough in the women's competition of the Heartland Championship, the inaugural Heartland Championship. And the grand final right in front of us, North Harbour and Franklin.
Yeah, Harbour's come in and they've used a pitch hitter here. Harrison Baker's coming in for JP Gerbes, so obviously Coach Mark here just wants to see something different.
He caught it though, running bunt, squared up for the first one.
Yeah, you know, Harbour just got to get base runners on. They've shown once they've got base runners on, they've been effective and scored the runs.
They're not scared to move them, that's for sure. Yeah, they're very aggressive. Mind you, it does underline how Fabian Marquia has played his softball his whole life. Very aggressive player.
Right, near two tickle on Harrison. Oh, Kikita Pai.
Another one goes down looking. As we see, Villavazo keeps racking up the strikes.
He's racking up the Ks. You know, once again, you got to put the ball in play.
Yeah. Number 36, Joseph Hall, comes into bat.
Tudaki Wawata. Obviously, Joseph was the first run to score on that era in the game.
Goes hard at the rising pitch, fouls it back. Strike two.
He getting on top of the hitter straight away. Doing an outstanding job. And that's what you want from your pitching.
Yeah.
To get out there, get ahead early, make the hitters chase you, stay ahead.
Definitely is a luxury. You'd be surprised if this one was anywhere near the zone. And there you go.
Straight in there.
Could almost call it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Another strikeout.
Right, Hawke Kita Pai out, Joseph Hall.
Jordan Cotton will come in now, number 29. And that just underlines how confident he is at the moment, because I thought he might have used the waste pitch there. Everything suggested he should have used the waste pitch there. Didn't bother. Smoked it.
Just going straight at the hitters, you know, that's all he's doing. He's just challenging the hitters.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, if you look at it, I think they haven't earned a run off him. And the base runner's been getting on errors and pass balls, so why not challenge the hitters?
Fine change up. These South American pitchers and the Australian pitchers in particular really mastered this drive. You know, the extra oomph they get on their pitching from with their leg drivers. You know, you see it with Beesgrove. Full Card's been doing it for years. Marco Diaz, that young American pitcher.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of physics, isn't it? You know, the faster you can get off the block and that, the faster your arm's got to go around. So,
yeah,
you know, being explosive off that mound, definitely generating that power. Rise ball up. You know, once again, they've been patient on that rise ball.
Yeah,
you know, they've laid off it.
I mean, we keep praising the guy for striking people out, but in the meantime, Harbour have put 3 runs on him. So
yep. but making opportunities and capitalising as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's not as if they've been tonking them around.
This one is a hopper out to third base, fires it across the diamond, is unable to be taken. And you just spoke about it, Damien, taking advantage of those opportunities when they're presented.
Yeah, and that's the first ground ball he's fielded on third base. You know, Campbell Puha, the last one, he threw it away again, and obviously, you know, later on in the innings, 5 innings later, he gets the same ground ball, 2 outs.
Yeah.
Throws it away again. So great work by Harbour. Getting base runners on, putting the ball in play.
What are the odds of Steele coming up?
Hey,
They've just replaced the runner.
no need to change the game plan if it's worked.
Yeah. Polder, Cooper, Nicola
Yeah, well, they've been
put it into run out there.
they've been testing Roberts, so why not keep doing it? Polder's eyes are forward. Looks like he wants to go.
Straight away, that ball's high in the zone. The slider's in. And safe.
Yep. And you know, that's great to see by Coach Maki and Rona, that, you know, not changing the things. They're ahead on the scoreboard,
Yep.
and they're still sticking with their game plan.
That's
you
it.
know,
Absolutely.
keep base runners on. Let's be aggressive and keep it going.
Absolutely.
Well, he's given them little enough opportunity.
That's right.
And you got the guy of the experience of Brad Rona. He knows how to take advantages of those little, you know, inches and millimetres that the game can sometimes come down to. A la that tag at home.
Amount of international ball he's played over the time. You know, you're definitely coming back with that experience. So,
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see here, you know, they thought they were going, and obviously they've adjusted, Franklin, in regards to making sure we cover that third base.
Yeah. They'll be on their toes for this one.
Just trying to overthrow it here. Malvaso. It's losing a bit of groove, and he's just trying
Yeah.
to overthrow it.
He's getting the ball called high in the zone, probably for that reason as well. And that's to protect that third base.
There is no.
Oh, this time we could see him go all the way as it's just gently hit out into the centre field.
More great batting to just put it in that right spot to
Yeah.
convert.
Once again, we revert back to that era.
Yeah.
You know, like the era, stolen base, a blooper comes in and scores that run again. But outstanding hitting by Jesse Fuller there.
Just did exactly what he needed to do, put one on the grass, and then watch Cooper Nicola's speed do the rest for the run.
Right, ko tai mai ko Patasa.
Kobata Shoya up the back. Would like to have seen this guy get on base actually. The Japanese boys are usually renowned for their speed around the diamonds.
Not too many times you see a Japanese player that can play centre field and also their number 2 pitcher.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like he's either a pitcher or they play in the field.
They
you know.
specialise,
Yeah,
especially
you know,
with their
like,
pitches, yeah.
Obviously, he's a young talent coming through and come out here, so to play centre field and then turn around and be their number 1 pitcher. No one scored any runs off him either. No.
Young Roberts is as good as his calling and catching has been. His arm's not quite up to it with the speed that the North Harbour have got on offer.
Yeah, and they're taking advantage of it, you know, and they're using it to their advantage. And obviously, you know, they're working the count, trying to get hit and runs on pitches, and he's going to protect them a little bit. But
Yeah. Oh, there we go, and it's North Harbour who really are cashing in now. Here's another run going to come in and score. The hit's right out to centre field. And it's Kabata Shoya who shows a clean pair of heels for a double and an RBI double at that.
Yeah, great hitting. Great piece of hitting there by Kobata-san. Obviously, you see the excitement and the joy that he's had, but ball's right in there, just drives the ball, keep on top of the ball. Runner comes in, standing up easy, so great piece of work by North Harbour there.
Well, North Harbour have really stolen it on this one now. They got an insurance run back in the 5th innings, while they've now added 2 more to it. 5-0. It is over Franklin right now, here in the top of the 6th innings. Jack Baker come up to bat. And let's not forget those 2 runs have come off a 2-out rally. Whatever they did, it just threw Villavazzo off a little bit. They've made some adjustments, and now they're hitting the ball fairly cleanly.
Great job. And they've did, you know, all they're looking for is bout high ball. They're not worrying about that rise ball, not worried about anything else. They're just looking at that bout high ball and just driving the ball. And they've done an outstanding job, Harbour, you know, to stay on top of the quality of Villavazzo. Once again there, you know, making the most of it. Uncertain there.
Yeah.
With that part of the diamond.
Aggressive now to the point where Franklin don't really have an answer for it.
I love it. 5-0 up and they're still pushing the boundaries. It's great.
Yeah.
They're sticking to their game plan. But, you know, if you flip it on the other side, you know, Franklin just got to get a load of bases, 1 hit, and then it ties it up. You know, you still got to come out and play.
Yeah. Game can change at a time, yeah.
Yeah, but
fairly clinical display at the moment. You never say never, like you say, until the game's over. Saw something similar with Manawatū this morning. We're fairly clinical in their win over Marlborough.
Yeah, definitely.
And they mixed up their batting as well, similar to what North Harbour have done. B-Man's going to send out a hitter. Just giving him some gems of advice down in there right now.
He's got a couple.
One or two to draw on.
I'd listen to him.
But great to see, you know, the experience. Hikoi, Jack Baker, great at-bat.
Just throws the bat at his teammate. Ryan just ducked.
Ryan Lovett will come in to do the batting for North Harbour. North Harbour now with runners on the corners, 1 and 3.
And you could see, you know, wouldn't surprise me Baker's going to go and try to draw the throw and try to squeeze in another run here. So
they'll be coming up with their play.
Interesting that time has been called now. I thought that's probably at least an innings too late. They should have had a conference maybe after that 3rd run scored in the previous inning.
Oh, I think they're pretty confident that their runner's going to run from 1st to 2nd. It's what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, they go for him. Oh, and safe.
Oh, there we go. Got to give Franklin some kudos for trying something there, but even that wasn't good enough to stop the speed of North Harbour.
And great base running there by Jack Baker. You know, he went in there and they made the play at home and he got the 3rd.
Yep.
You know, so once again, continue to keep the pressure on. You know, we spoke about Harbour's game plan and they've stuck to it. They've been aggressive.
Yep.
It's great to see.
Absolutely.
Aggression, and it has worked for them. And with that run going out to 6 now, 0 over Franklin, that is really putting pressure on Franklin. Do or die stuff coming up for them. Not over for North Harbour yet. They've still got a runner at 3. They've brought in Caleb Coco.
On deck.
On deck he is, sorry. It's still carried away there. Ryan Love still doing the batting.
It wouldn't surprise me, like they'll be after this run here to go 7. Get up 7 runs.
Yep.
They'll definitely be after this run. So 2 outs.
It's a nice spot by Villavazo. Get a lefty chasing on an outside pitch.
The 2-strike walk-off.
It looked like they all headed in that direction, didn't it?
Did look like that.
Well, this is the 7th hitter this innings. It's the longest he's gone, so,
Yeah. He's been beginning to show it. I mean, he was so polished through innings 2, 3, and 4. This one's lined out. Nice catch out there. Nice running catch out there by a left fielder. Daly Ogden Curry it was who took the catch for the 3rd out. Ryan Love returns to the dugout, but not before North Harbour put 3 more runs on the scoreboard. Now lead this one by 6 runs to 0 over Franklin. Grand final it is. We'll be back in just a minute. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now into the bottom of the 6th innings. It's Franklin up to bat in this grand final, taking on North Harbour, who have gapped them by some considerable distance now in the previous innings to the tune of 6-0. And it is Franklin who have an enormous mountain to climb right now. And if they're going to continue in this grand final or going to have a sniff, they're going to need to put some bodies in motion and score some runs.
Yeah, you're right, Gary, and what they need to do is save their outs and get base runners on for Franklin. So they've got to be patient in the box, be aggressive on the strikes, and get him base runners.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. There's no sacrificing outs for 1 run in this situation. They need clean hitting and they need multiple bodies around the base.
Poirua, Haukairua.
been impressed with Tonkin, the way he's thrown the grand final.
Yeah, he got a bit of trouble there in the
Yep.
fourth, a couple of back-to-back walks, but he sort of stayed on top of his game and continued to walk on.
Now we're going to see the runner score or move around to 2 in this case. There we go, Franklin coming back with the runner on 2 with no outs, courtesy of a wild pitch on the 3rd strike.
Yeah, a bit of laziness behind the dish there by Joseph Hall, getting that runner out there, but obviously being up 6-0, one run's not going to hurt, but you don't want it to accumulate to get their momentum going for them. So, but well done by Ryan Early getting on base, and that's what they're after.
It's a start for Franklin. And this time we see North Harbour. A couple of uncharacteristic errors of little glimmer of hope that Franklin are going to impact the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, just a bit of laziness. That's all it is behind the dish. Just not turning the glove over, keeping the ball. They've been polished all the way up till now. So
Yeah,
obviously,
extremely polished.
When you look at Harbour, they just need outs. And however they get their outs, that's in the hole.
This has gone into the hole, and it is going to score a run. This time it's Franklin. We see the batter go all the way around to 2. And it's Franklin who do something very late in the ball game. Peg one back.
Yeah, just a bit of laziness. That's all it is. But well done by Franklin. Coming back, being patient, just aggressive on the strikes.
Yeah.
Putting the ball in play. So obviously, could see an innings build and accumulate here for Franklin.
Still none out. A run on the board. Another runner at 2 in scoring position. That prompts a kōrero by North Harbour out there, and rightly so. First time in the ball game that they've experienced probably what for them in this ball game is a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and that's all it is. There's just a couple of untidy errors from the North Harbour fielders. Nothing to take away from what Dylan's doing. He's just after doing his job, and comes back there.
Comes back strongly with the drop pitch for a strike. Daly Ogden Curry it is. Looking to continue this rally.
And you probably look at that Lokaya's hit out there. Ryan Love's probably just a bit deep with the wind out there, so anything that gets hit up in the air out towards him is just going to hold it up in the air.
Especially at right field, yeah, you're right.
That strong breeze coming from that angle. But obviously Franklin got the opportunity here to continue to accumulate runs, so. And then the meat of the order.
Not quite as polished, I would think, that what I'm seeing from Tonkin at the moment. And I have seen the Japanese boy Showa warming up. Maybe, I don't know, do you think they'd look at a change, or would you think they'd wait for another couple more runs if that happens?
I think another couple of runs ahead, but obviously with the experience of Dylan, you'd think he'd just compose himself and come back and throw strikes. He can't do much with what's happened out behind him. All he can do is make sure, continue to look at ground balls and keep hitting the corners.
So 6-1 it is. And you're absolutely right. Tonkin's composed himself. Strikes out Ogden Curry for the first out here in the 6th innings.
Yeah, and if you look at it, the drop strikeout, the lead-off hitter.
That was a K as well.
Yeah,
too.
so and then the pop fly out there. So when you look at the way Dylan's been going, he done his job. So obviously one out here.
Here we go, and he's back into business. Logan Newman, number 20 it is, comes in for Franklin.
And Franklin just got to realise one hit's not going to get them. They just need to have base runners. However they get on, they just need to make the most of the opportunity that Dylan gives them. if you get one.
I think, you know, they haven't stolen a leaf out of North Harbour's book and maybe looked at moving that second base runner.
Yeah, well, the other thing too, like with Franklin, which doesn't help them, they've just got to save their outs.
Yeah.
You know, they've got 6 outs before the end of the ball game, so you sort of, as a coach, you've got to tone it back a bit to save your outs, because you don't want to get, you know, steal a base run and get thrown out, and then there are 2 outs, and you're taking the bat out of the hitter's hand. So, you know, bit of a change of role here for Phil Casey. Oh, Tino Tata.
Bit of discipline there from the batter. I don't know. That was pretty close.
Angles.
Yep. And great spot there.
It was.
By Dylan. You know, you don't want to groove the ball. You just want to continue to try clip in the corners.
Nice job. He strikes out Newman for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Business back as usual for Dylan Tonkin. 2 down it is, with number 39, Kyle Roberts, up to bat.
Runner goes for a jog.
Jaden Hewitt.
Hewitt's 2.
Brought in the pinch runner.
Could see Rokoya probably going down to the bullpen to warm up there, I'd say. The reason for taking him off.
Oh, there we see the ball's gone through again. This time he's going to have a go. And that's taken advantage of an error.
Yep. Great heads up base running there by the DR, Jaden Hewitt and Phil Casey, you know, sending them through there.
Yep. It's only been out there a handful of seconds.
Yeah.
That's
Did
right.
his job.
Nice work, Franklin. 2 runs now in this innings.
Brought it back within 4.
There's someone that likes to hit dingers.
Yes. This time he's just, that's JP Gerbes that fields one in front of second base. And with 2 runs scoring, the score is now 6-2. North Harbour continue to lead as we head now into the 7th innings. Find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what has been a high-quality grand final. We're now in the 7th innings, and it is North Harbour who continue to lead this ball game. Not quite as dominant as they were. It's now 6-2. They lead over Franklin. The ball in a pinch hitter, number 24, Caleb Colquhoun, and it is Franklin who have made a change on the hill, bringing in Rikaya Tefiora to pitch. Replaces Villavazzo.
And Rikaya's done an outstanding job this week for Franklin on the mound there, supporting Villavazzo.
Gets Coco chasing that one up out of the zone. Pulls the strings on that one for a change up. Nice pitching.
Karawe. Poirua, Hokairua.
Good to see it come back as such a weapon. Now change up. And there you go, gets the job done, strikes out. Coco.
Right. Karawe, Rikaya. Coming in, doing the job. Nothing's changed. They're still racking up the case.
Racking up the case. It's Bronson Pittman, top of the order now for North Harbour.
Bronson coming up for his fourth turn at bat.
Had a pretty good game. All round the North Harbour team have been very strong. Just dropped it a little bit, dropped the standard a little bit in that previous innings.
Held the hands. Got an early down one.
Nice job by Kennedy. First base just stayed back on his heels, waited for the hop.
Putoherua, 2 outs.
JP Gerbes comes back into the game to bat after being pinch hit his last at bat. Watches that one go on the outside. So close to being a strike.
And Rikaya's doing an outstanding job here for his team. You know, he's got 2 quick outs for them. You know, keeping that score where it needs to be, still within a chance for his team. So he's done a great job coming in here.
JP Gerbes leaving us in no doubt where he wanted that one to go. 2 balls, 1 strike. Evens up the count, 2-2. There's Gerbes has another hard cut at that one.
Yeah, well, you might as well climb the ladder. He's swinging at it, 2 in a row, so you might as well throw 3 there to see what happens.
Nice work. Rikaya Tefiora comes on, immediately makes a mark. 3 up, 3 down, North Harbour. However, 7th innings, it is all on Franklin now to bridge that gap to 6. Otherwise, this grand final is all over in 3 outs. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Whoever was at 1.
Oh, the DP's coming.
Oh, yeah.
The DP is coming. Jordan Cotton is coming to play first base.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Where North Harbour have rung the changes. They're going to use the Japanese boy, Kobata Shoba, to close out the innings on the mound, which means that Pittman is out to centre field, and Mikaeli Hughes is now at third base, and I've put Jordan Cotton, the DP, at first base. A few changes out there, and it is Franklin all on them now, here in the bottom of the 7th innings, to see what they can do to keep this ball game going.
Richard Teruri up to bat.
Yeah, interesting. 7th inning, you've been asked to come in and close it out. Shows immediately that, like most Japanese pitchers, he's got a bit of gas.
Good patient hitting there by Teruri. A new pitcher, hasn't been out there pitching much, he's been standing in centre field, so obviously, you know.
Standing out there in centre field getting cold.
Bit of an old dog on the coaching mound. Phil Casey's gone, we're not going to swing until we get one strike, probably, I would say. That's our last chance at bat.
There we go, nice job by Teruri. He picks the walk, heads down to first base. Just to throw in a little bit more intrigue into this ball game late in the stanza.
Yep. And, you know, and Franklin doing the right thing. But, you know, they're saving their outs. They need base runners, so being patient at the plate.
Key to it. As we see first base, Tiffany Kennedy coming up.
Swinging at the first pitch.
Swinging hard at the first pitch. Belying the patience theory.
Yeah, well, the old coach wouldn't have been happy if they grounded into a double play right there.
Yeah. Coach killer. Called the strike on that one. Possibly on the swing. It looked a bit low.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Oh, Tino Tata.
Nice work. Stay off that. Right on the inside of the plate.
Definitely.
Yeah. 2-2's the call. Some brave batting out there in this situation. This time it's gone a million miles in the air. It's going to stay in the diamond.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Lucky.
What an orchestra of errors.
Lucky.
What an orchestra of errors right there.
Yeah, well, you know, once again, North Harbour just haven't been tidy in the last 2 innings. They're just being complacent.
Yeah.
You know, not finishing off the job. You know, they're very lucky to get out of that situation there. And heads up by JP Gerbes of being close to the ball being dropped to be able to make the throw to second. But obviously, you know, number of errors right there. Make sure you always slide into the bases.
Slide. Yeah, he overran and it cost them. They should have had 2 runners out there and none down. As it is, it's cost them an out. The North Harbour era ended up costing them an out.
Yeah, did what? Yeah. Time Maya Campbell, Tuaha.
This time it's third base. He takes it clean. He takes it out. They're looking for the double.
Oh, great pick up there.
Great
Outstanding
pick
pick up there
great
by
pick up.
Jordan Cotton.
Safe at first. 2 down. Harbour battle back in this innings after trying to give it away. Boom. Nice call by the blue.
Great hustle by Campbell, though. You know, Campbell could have just given up and then just jogged up to the
Yeah.
base, you know, to keep
Yeah.
his team still alive. You know, they still got a chance. Into bat, Jamie Joseph coming in for a pinch hit.
Twice now North Harbour being forced to take the runner after living on ground outs and strikes. Ground outs and strikeouts.
Good
Jamie
shot.
Joseph hits one out to right field. The runners move to 2. Joseph safe at 1.
Yeah, great work by the pinch hitter there, Jamie Joseph, coming in and, you know, not trying to do too much, just putting the ball in, play driving the outfield. Still got a chance. Still got a chance. Top of the order coming up right here.
Top of the order,
2 outs.
Ryan Early ran himself into, ran his team into the books in the last innings to the tune of a run.
We know he can be a game changer. Swing of the bat gets a spot. 2 runners on.
Yeah.
Bottom of 7.
Shova hasn't quite adjusted yet. That was a good lead-off pitch, probably the best lead-off pitch he's had in the 3 previous batters he's faced.
Head of the count right here.
First time he is ahead of the count.
Yeah, dead right.
Good time to do it. 2 down, 1 out for the ball game. Is this going to be it? It is. As the third strike, it's North Harbour who hold tough. They tried to get Franklin back in the ball game there at times, but it is North Harbour who are your 2025 Heartland Championship champions. Congratulations to them. D, how did you see that game, mate?
Oh, what a battle, mate. What a battle, you know, like clean, a good clean 5 innings, you know, just down the end, down the stretch.
Yeah.
Few weary bodies after a few days, and they just had to put a bit more effort in. But, you know, like both teams made the changes where necessary, and we got to the end.
Sure did. It's North Harbour who rang out the winners of this one. And what was for a while a very, very close ball game until that 6th innings, where North Harbour just opened things up to the tune of 3 runs. But they scored 2 in the first, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. And then only really showed some vulnerability in the last 2 innings. So congratulations to them, the inaugural winners. Damien, you want to choose yourself beyond the ballpark,
Beyond the dugout.
beyond the dugout broadcasting.
I don't know if I can guess. Like, you know, there's just a few things that, you know, JP at shortstop was just solid, you know, but Dylan
Yeah.
Tonkin on the hill, you know,
Yeah.
and it's always easy to give the pitcher the award after a good day's work. But yeah, mate, it's a hard one for me to pick, so I'm not going to. it's Bevan's call, mate.
No, that's fine. I was going to ask him, but he decided that he's done for the day.
Oh no, he's got to do the
Got to do his official
Softball New
bit, ladies
Zealand.
and gentlemen. We're
Bevan's
not
got a
giving him a
job.
hard time. He's got another job to do. We are hanging with the prize giving, I believe.
Are we?
So we will. It's been a great day softball. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just take a quick break and we'll be back in just a minute with the prize giving. Thank you.
heroes. And that's to our tournament organisers, to Joe and Lisa over here. Wave out, please, ladies. To our men in green, AJ and the grounds crew. I think we can all agree the grounds have been impeccable for this tournament, so a huge thank you to them, please. To Fire Mines and Fire Mess, you actually haven't seen them because they've been underneath in the dungeon cooking for all our officials and for our volunteers, so I'd like to say big hand of applause for them too. To our young fellow over here, to Baxter Walker for roaming around the park and taking some photos for us. Thank you, Baxter. To Nanny Skane over there and DJ Hazard, thank you very much for all the commentating. This is the second tournament, guys, in a row that we've had. Last week we hosted Rookie Socks and we had 15 teams. So I just want to say a huge thank you to all these volunteers. We've been doing it second week in a row and we've got another third week happening next weekend with the under 15s. To our bar staff, and mostly, and obviously lastly, to our players and management. Kia ora, guys. It's been absolutely a privilege to watch you guys play ball. It's been fantastic. So what's going to happen now? I'm getting rid of this mic. We're going to pass it over to Bevan and Vaughan, and we're going to get straight into it. Kia ora.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou, kei te mihi e te tuahine, karawe tō mahi tēnei rā, me tō whānau kei Wanganui ki te poiuka o te Pūmanawa. So, gee, thanks so much for all the efforts and everything that you've done on behalf of Softball New Zealand and obviously your team. Without you and your team, Softball New Zealand wouldn't be able to host this event, so thank you. To everybody else, to all the teams, to all the whānau, to actually see this tournament run and up and running, this is the heart, and that's why it's called Heartland. You know, like, if you look back through the times, if it wasn't for our minor associations, we wouldn't have softball. And usually our main associations tāhai and take all our good players away and take them down. But to the Heartland and to our minor associations or small associations, which will be big, thank you so much for the effort and everything that you've done. Kia ora. So we'll get into it. Wahine mā, karawe tō mahi tēnei ātāmira I tēnei rā. So I'd just like to call up the runners-up, captain, and then also followed by the team to Marlborough.
Somewhere here, yeah, we'd just like to, on behalf of Marlborough, thank the organizers and everyone that was here, all the players. It was a great weekend to play with you all. Manawatū, good job, and yeah, thank you for everything. And we'll see you back next time, and safe travels home. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Summer. Marlborough, we'll just get a photo of you guys here, set up for a photo, and we'll get our outstanding photographer to take some photos. Couple of round of applause for Marlborough, outstanding runners-up of the Heartland Women's Competition.
We're not ready. I'll just wait for them to go.
And obviously, first ones to get their names on the Heartland competition, to be honest with you, outstanding for the Home Association of Manawatū. So, wahine mā, Manawatū mā, no mā, hara mai. Gee, do you want to hand something out?
Kia ora everyone. While my team's getting all their stuff, I'm actually struggling to do this because I swear a lot. So, first of all, I'd like to thank Softball New Zealand, MSA, officials, scorers, bar staff, groundskeepers, and everyone else that I forgot, sorry. Hey, we had a struggle when we started, but as soon as we got that little chance, we strived and we thrived, and now we're here. It's been hard. I mean, we got a mixture of people in here. We got some oldies, with 50 being the oldest, with my sister, and then we got as young as 14. So really we've come into this team to help our young ones progress and go forward. But it's been a pleasure being the captain for my team here. To my coaches here, we got Sasha and Dan. Me mahi. And most of all, our supporters, Our supporters were the ones who kept us going. They were here day in, day out. And my two old uncles over here, one of them being my coach since I was in nappies, and he's still following us to this day. So I'm grateful for that. But other than that, just big congratulations to my team here. I could not have done it without them. And yeah, this one was for my dad. Mean.
All jump in there, have a photo.
Karawe wahine maa Manawatū. Te toa o te Aotearoa o te Pūmanawa. We'll get into the individuals. We'll start off with top pitcher from Marlborough, Bailey Simons. Congratulations, Bailey, well done, outstanding. You know, probably when I look at this next person coming up, it's great to see that obviously we had Olympians here today supporting our wahine and pushing it through, but also to see ex-White Sox members come back and pass on their knowledge and all the rest of it to help support our game and our younger ones. So, from Western Bay of Plenty is the top batter, Amanda Preston. Ko haere. An MVP of the tournament from Manawatū, Tyler Waitokia. Ka pai, Tyler, well done. And obviously to wahine mā koutou, a round of applause to the 6 wahine teams that turned up to participate. Obviously it's only going to get bigger. Congratulations, wahine mā. Moving into the men, I'd like to call up our runners up, Franklin.
Firstly, just thanks to everyone that goes on behind the scenes, scorers, statisticians, the people in the food shop, behind the bar, and obviously the umpires. Without any of you, none of this weekend could be possible. To North Harbour, well-deserved win, boys, today. Really deserve it, and credit where credit's due. You just outplayed us, and that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Franklin, been a pleasure playing with you boys today. There's a lot of young future, young bright talent. Keep them grinding away, and I'm sure you'll end up winning it one day too. Just quietly as well, I think this tournament as a concept is really great for our community and for softball, and I hope it carries on to grow even bigger next year. Cheers.
Thank you. Just sitting team photo now. Just queue up. Just perfect. Yeah.
Well done, Franklin. Travel safe. I know you got to catch a flight. God wait. To the winners. No mahara, mate. Te raki whenua. North Harbour.
Kia ora everyone. Firstly to Manawatū, thank you for putting on such an awesome event. It was a pleasure to be a part of it, and I hope we come back. To all the scorers, the bar staff, the umpires, all the other teams, couldn't happen without you fellas. Franklin, awesome game out there fellas. We'll see you guys again next year. To the brothers here from Harbour, a lot of talent in our team, and we just keep building from here. Thank you. Rido!
Right, congratulations and outstanding North Harbour. Well done. We'll move into top picture, and this was Shed, an outstanding effort with the ERA of kore, 0-0-0. From Franklin, Samuel Vavazo, and North Harbour, Kobata-san. Whatever, if he doesn't come back with it, then I'll go tell him. Whatever happened. Congratulations and well done, outstanding effort to see. Okay, so moving into the top batter. From Wanganui, Stephen Cooney. Anyone from Wanganui? No mai, hara mai. MVP goes to North Harbour, Dylan Tonkin. Kaboy, thank you so much. An outstanding effort. Before things get closed, G will close it off, but on behalf of Softball New Zealand, to our Heartland whānau, congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting us, and onward and bigger things. Thank you, and I'll pass over to our chief scorer, Alison.
Thank you, everyone. It was my absolute privilege and pleasure to be involved in the very first Heartlands tournament. I really enjoyed it. To all my ladies, thank you very much for the hard work we've done during the week. To the finalists, Manawatū, the winners, and also congratulations to North Harbour men. I think that's about all I have to say. Thank you very much. Have a safe trip home, everyone.
What do you say?
Kaboy, he doesn't actually know it, but woo, hara mai. Without these two people here, and we know in our game, if it wasn't for our statisticians.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've just seen the conclusion of the prize giving here at the inaugural Heartland Championship 2025 for our two champions. I think it'd be fair to say, Damien, a highly successful tournament.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I mean, we've already got, Wadamu wants to sort of stand up. I'm not knocking Wadamu, mate.
Hey, chief umpire in the country says stand up, you stand up.
Hall of Famer, mate. Hall of Famer.
We'll just give you a listen to this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, pat on the back, yes.
Oh, everybody gets a pat on the back. Does that include us?
Oh, what a big tamaki. Gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us a playground, a yard to do our mahi and to do the mahi for you. We know you guys train, we know you guys work really, really hard, wahine, tāne, and would like to think that our guys work hard too, because you guys are competing out there, and we want to be able to showcase that. So, hey, look, with you guys right here, Heartland, beautiful concept, love it, absolutely love it. Tēnā koutou, kia ora mātātou, ka.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just wrap it up there for our broadcast, as the formalities have just wound up.
Yes.
But the Heartland concept, Damien, I think a good one that needs to be fostered and continued with.
Absolutely fantastic, mate. I mean, we've got 6 teams here today. I mean, yes, Harbour had their B-side out there, but, you know, there's already rumblings of the other associations from deep down Southland to way up north. So, I mean, yes, this is something that can get bigger and better, and it's so good that there's finally this platform for those outer associations that don't go to NFC.
Absolutely right, and we'll just run you quickly through the associations that participated. For the men, counties Manukau, Franklin, Manawatū, North Harbour, Rotorua and Whanganui. For the women was Manawatū, Marlborough, North Harbour, Rotorua, Western Bay of Plenty and Whanganui. And what a pleasure it was to go through a final with Manawatū and Marlborough. You know, I mean,
wicked.
You know, two teams that we don't often see as commentators in our travels around the country at tournaments. So it's such a pleasure. And of course, Franklin and North Harbour in the Maidens game.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
They put a high quality ball to the diamond, all 4 teams, and just continues what I feel is a little bit of a good, decent resurgence of quality throughout the country in our game.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, you know, a lot of these, I was talking to a couple of the coaches out there before, you know, apart from some of the vets, a lot of those girls and boys hadn't actually played national level softball in some of these associations. So, yeah, tip of the cap to everyone involved, making it happen. There's definitely a market for it. There's definitely a place in the calendar. And yeah, looking forward to seeing who's involved next year.
Absolutely. We'll wrap it up there, and I'd just like to thank everybody from the Softball New Zealand staff down through the scorers, the umpires, the Manawatū Softball Association, of course. Can't forget them, who provided us with such a superb venue, such top-level volunteers, and always put out the greatest spectacle in softball tournaments that we're able to provide. I'd also like to thank our own team for coming to the game once again. We bring these pictures to you, and I can tell you a couple of our camera people out there today were rookies. You wouldn't know it after about an innings or two of work. And you know, from Chopper himself, Adrian Royal, Damien Collins, my co-commentator, Karina Gerbes, Bevan Martini, anyone else I forgot to mention, I'm sorry. Camera guys, myself, Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. I'd like to thank you all, and I'm going to leave it there with that for another successful tournament for us all. Goodbye, and we'll see you next week at NFC in Hutt Valley. Can't wait.
Let's go.